coal. That's what they do. They're masters of construction, the heavy metal crew. They grab, they grip, they can take it to the tip. That's what they do. They lift, they load, they can run it up the road. That's what they do. They scrape, they scratch, they can fetch another batch. That's what they do. They drag, they drop, they can take it to the top. That's what they do.
Lofty's windy day. Scoop, Muck, and Lofty had just arrived at the new library site. "The wind's blowing hard," said Scoop. "Too hard," said Lofty. "Strong winds are dangerous for a crane." The wind was blowing so hard that Scoop and the crew could hardly get their work done. Lofty's arm didn't like the wind. "Uh-oh! Look out!" cried Muck, but it was too late. "Are you all right, Lofty?" asked Scoop. Yeah, I think so," said Lofty. Soon Lofty was on the low loader. "I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis," said Lofty sadly. "It wasn't your fault, Lofty," said Mr. Lewis. "We'll have to take you back to the yard so that the repairman can look at those wheels." That night, the wind blew and the rain pounded down. The repairman worked all night on Lofty's wheels. The sheds were empty the next morning. Everyone had gone to work, except Lofty. The rain had stopped, but the wind was still blowing. Then Mr. Lewis came with some urgent news. "Elizabeth has come off the road at the bridge. You must rescue her." Lofty was still worried he would fall over and hurt someone. "Can't you send someone else?" he said. "Lofty, there is no one else. You must do it." Elizabeth didn't like teetering on the edge like a seesaw. Lofty worked hard trying to pull Elizabeth to safety. But Lofty was too worried, so he stopped. "The wind's too strong," he said. "You can do it, Lofty," said the foreman. "You can do it." Lofty knew the foreman was right, so he pulled and tugged and strained. "Mind my paint," snapped the lorry. Elizabeth was finally back on the road. "Well done," said Mr. Lewis. Lofty was very proud.
They scrape, they scratch, they can fetch another batch. That's what they do.